Okay, welcome back. This is video number 2 in the Getting Started with Money Compass tutorial series. And where we're at in this video is we need to create our bills, expenses, and savings goals. As you can see on the screen, we just created our 2 income sources for our fictitious situation. In this household, we've got 2 different income sources that provide us with regular paychecks. So bills, expenses, and savings goals. If you click pretty much anywhere on the bottom, if you click to go anywhere, you'll get this message that says add, update the list with your bills, expenses, and savings goals. So that's what this message is indicating, that is the next step. You may say already, I haven't added any, so why are there some in this list? Well, that's just basically a starting point. So some default bills and expenses and savings goals have been created for you already just to make it easier. So what do you do with these? Well, you can edit them to fit your own purposes, or you can completely delete them. So let's say I'm looking through this list. You can scroll up and down, as you can see, and you may say, yeah, I got a cell phone, so I want to include that in my plans. But instead of $100, actually mine's a little cheaper than that. I only pay $80, and I pay it every month, and it's due on the 10th of the month. So just like you did for income sources, you can pick your next due date, July 10th, and then you get a list of different frequencies that bill might occur. And in this case, it's just day 10 every month is when my cell phone's due. Okay, done. You've made that edit. Internet service. Yeah, I have internet service as well in my home, except mine's a little bit more expensive than this. So I'm going to remove the amount here. Mine's actually $125. And it's due on the very last day of the month. You'll notice that there's an option here for things like last Friday every month or last business day of every month. I'm going to choose last business day of every month. My internet service is due. So exactly the same process for the rest of these. Do you have rent or mortgage? Maybe you say, no, I don't have a mortgage. I don't own a place. I rent. My rent's a little bit more expensive than this. It's $600. What's my pay schedule for rent? Maybe it's due the 1st of every month. So what's the next due date? As of this video, I'm already on July 5th. So my next due date is August 1st, and it's due day 1 of every month. So this has been all about bills, but you can see that we've also got these ones called expenses. So bills have this icon that says due on them. Expenses have this kind of blue arrow going out. Things like I've got eating out, I've got entertainment, I've got groceries. Maybe I want to make some more edits. $300 a month is not enough for me for groceries. We eat a lot more than that. We're more like $500 every month for groceries. So again, just edit or delete, or of course, if you click the plus button down here, you can create new ones. Let's say that I don't really want a separate category for entertainment. I'm just going to delete that one. But I do have some new ones. So I'm going to click this plus button and say I want to add a new expense. I've got a pet, and he costs me $150 a month for food and toys and other things that you spend on a pet. And I've got one other bill that wasn't included here. Let's say my spouse actually has a cell phone as well. So there's another cell phone. It's $100 a month, and it's due on the 22nd of every month. Finally, you can see that this icon here that's got a green arrow going in indicates savings goals. You may or may not have savings goals. If you do have them, you can create or edit or delete them as you need to. Maybe I'm also saving for a new car. So when you create a new savings goal here, you could say, for example, I want to put aside every month, I want to save $500 for a new car. Great, I've made all my edits, and that's it. So the idea here is try and be as complete as possible in making sure that this actually represents the bills and expenses and savings goals you have. Now the difference between those, it might be obvious to you already, but basically a bill would be anything that has a specific due date, whereas expenses are just money that you're going to spend, but not necessarily on a certain due date. So that'd be the difference between having a cell phone bill that's due on the 15th of the month versus something like groceries, where it's just I know I need a certain amount of money each month to be able to spend. There will be additional videos on more advanced look at this, but that's an introduction to how you can set up your bills, expenses, and savings goals. Tune in for the next video where we create your spending plan.